keep hearing this, like, just over and over within myself. This world, this place, this earth, it has so much potential. So much. But that's all it will ever be, unless we do something with it. That potential will never become actualized, realized, real. It will never become made manifest until we take it upon ourselves to make that paradise manifest, to make heaven on earth. Otherwise, it's just an idea. It's just a thought form that we all believe in, but we just feel that it's unobtainable or insurmountable. This is bogus, guys. It's not too big. We can do this. We just have to choose to do this. We just have to choose to do it. That's it. It's a conscious thought every day. I know it takes time working to that. You have to just be patient with yourself and just keep trying to make the right choices. Pray. 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 And listen. Take the time to listen. Don't just talk. I talk a lot. Learning to listen. But listen. Take time to be quiet with yourself and only yourself. And listen. Because when you're alone, that's when the all becomes one within you. And you can hear. You've got to pay attention to what it's talking to you, though. You know what I mean? God will never tell you you're an awful person or rah, 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 or, you know. Got to make sure that you're not listening to your ego. We listen to our egos a lot. I listen to my shadow a lot. Doesn't mean that it was wrong. It just took me a long time to admit things one by one and come up with a strategy on how to incorporate this change, or a change, where to start with the change. It just starts with it. Ask God for help. He'll help you. Tell your Father what you need. Think about why you desire the things that you're asking for. Again, with the why. You got to think about why you're asking for the money that you're asking for, why you're asking for the house that you're asking for, why you beg for the car that you want. You know what I mean? Why? Why are we asking for these things? It's unlawful for us to covet anything that is not ours, meant for us. Thou shalt not covet. It's unlawful for us to desire anything that's not ours. Be content with what you have. The dark feminine energy, it's consuming and reaching out for more energy right now. We gotta, I don't know, I'm just taking this moment. I'm not reaching out for energy. I'm just trying to warn everybody that that's what's going on. And I'm going to shut my shit down for the rest of shadow season, probably, unless my father tells me, no, you're supposed to keep your outlet and create. It's why you create. So, I don't know. I'm so torn within myself. Like, I know that I have things I'm working on. And he goes, you'll always have things you're working on. Speak before you go mad. So here I am. I'm not trying to reach out to anybody and get my cords in it. I don't need anything from anyone. My Father supplies me with everything I ever need, ever want, and ever will need or ever will want. I don't need anything from anybody. I just want you guys to be aware of what's going on so that you guys can see it in your lives and where it's happening in your lives, and you guys can change it for the better because we're always going to all have cords. It's our cords from good and healthy intentions set within foundations in Christ and God within each other, or are they set in toxicity and codependency and desire and greed and power and ego? Why do you have the connections you have? To what ends? To what purpose? That's why we are being judged. And it's Virgo season. You know what comes next? Judgment. I don't even know if I'm ready. I just pray to God I can clean up my life. And it's not by my being able to clean up my life. It's by His grace, because I am so guilty. So guilty. I'm just thankful that He loves me and has mercy, that His word is true. His word is true. It is not by any deed that we do. Nothing can we make it up for. Nothing. It is only by His good grace and His mercy. And that mercy is the same. That grace is the same. That compassion is the same for all of you. For everyone. It's there. It's real. And it's life-changing. Life-changing. I want you guys all to know that it's available to you too. It's not anything that I'm special. I'm not special. We shouldn't compete with one another. Only compete with the person that you were yesterday. Being better than that person yesterday. That's it. That's it. Don't dim your light for anything or anyone. But also, if you see what's going on, be compassionate and say, hey, look, say what's up, but remember you were there too. We all once I don't know, I was where everybody else was. I'm not special either. Sometimes I still am. Some days are better than others. Just because we're God's children doesn't mean we're different. It just means that sometimes more is expected of us. That's what it means. It means more is expected of you, CJ. Well, everybody else can get away with that. I was bitter that everybody else could get away with the crap that I just wanted to be able to get away with. Just like, well, I just want to be like them. You're not like them. Stop trying to do it. Stop trying to act it. It's not going to happen. I'm never going to allow it. So what are you trying to fit in with in your life? And what are you trying to act with a mask on with? And just own it. Own it. Just own it. And God will own you and go before you. He sends His angel before you already and behind you. He's the one who's before you and behind you every time. Every time. Even now when we don't believe, even when we don't have a clue, we think we know, even when we don't know, even when we think we know and we don't know and we know and we don't, it's the same. Loves you anyways. Just the why. Look at why we hide the things we hide. Look at why we do the things we do. Look at why the things we say with what we say. For what reasons? To what ends? Trying to help everyone? Are you trying to drain at you? What? To what ends? What does everybody get out of it? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Sometimes things that look like love aren't love. And sometimes things that look like they're the most hateful, ugly things is done with the greatest of love. It's hard. It's hard to understand godly love. Some days I don't understand it. And some days I'm blessed just to understand the little bit of it that I do for my life. But try to understand the world and understand why God is what He is and why the things happen in the world the way they do. Just try to understand from His perspective. Love, compassion, mercy. guys have a great day. Love and light.